You know what really pisses me off? Is I am sick and tired of people in this country putting Bible scriptures in their bios and Jesus and God and flags and all this bullshit, right? Oh, you better turn to Jesus or you're going to burn in hell. Love thy neighbor as thyself, but I hate you radical left libtards. Right now, as I make this video, a chunk of the Epstein files have been released. And you know who's in there? 30,000 times. Donald Trump. 30,000 times he's been mentioned in there. Along with the most notorious child molester, sex trafficker in the history of the damn world. Oh, it's just because he's in there 30,000 times, those are just allegations, Paul. It doesn't mean he did anything. Well, he was found liable for being an adjudicated rapist. Well, that's fake news. I did my own research. How about the other 25 women that have had allegations against him? Well, they just did it for the money. It never happened. He's calling women piggy and fat. Well, hey, no one's perfect. I like his policies. How about 13-year-old Katie Johnson that sued Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein? Whoa, that was just an allegation. Nothing ever came of it. When does it end? I want to know. I was a Republican, okay, until 2016. I voted for McCain and I voted for Obama. I would have been fine if Mitt Romney would have won. I had no problem with any of those three candidates. They were decent people. They actually cared and they wanted to make this country a better place. You people have the most fucked up moral compass out of anybody I've ever seen. I left the party because of people like you. Are you really that afraid of a white minority? Is that really all it is? Because I want to know. Because you accepted all this immorality. You literally sat there as a Christian and said you love Jesus, and you watched officers get beaten for hours and hours on January 6th while the guy you voted for, that Jesus sent here, watched people get beat. Many of them still can't work. 5 of them died after that day. 4 from suicide, which is sad. Their kids, their wives, their loved ones, they will never see them again at any event. The girls at Epstein Island had to live with that trauma for the rest of their lives. The women that he sexually assaulted had to live with that. Like, what's your excuse? I want to know. Are you that full of hate? Is that it? You have seen the evidence, you just don't care. Do you just hate Democrats that much? How could you say, I love Jesus, but I hate the Democrats? How could you live in light and darkness? How could you say, I love thy neighbor, and sit by and vote for this? We have pregnant women in the streets, pregnant women being drugged by one arm, losing their pregnancies. We've had multiple people die in concentration camps. In Alligator, Alcatraz, 1,200 people are missing. Families, husbands, kids, missing. Nobody knows where the hell they are. We got off-duty police officers right now, today, last week, that are black, being pulled over by ICE, asking to prove that they're U.S. citizens. I've seen ICE agents in multiple videos. Ooh, I don't like your accent. Are you a citizen? You can't prove it? Oh, I'm going to arrest you. We had a Vietnamese gentleman, I believe, and if I have that wrong, they literally pulled him out of the shower, butt-ass naked, put him in a pair of shorts, drove him around for 2 hours, and dropped him back at his house. You know how embarrassing that is? So that's my question. What kind of religion do you people have? I just want to know. You keep saying you're pro-life, you're pro-life. You can't vote for the black woman because I'm against abortion. I'm pro-life. But it seems like once the baby's born, you don't give a shit what happens. You don't care if Donald Trump rapes her, if he assaults her, if he molests little children, if it's a little girl on Epstein Island and he defends those sex predators. You don't care if they die on January 6th. You don't care if they get shot in a school. There's just nothing I can do. It's not the guns because I'm a dumbass. You don't care that women in Texas have a 56% increased mortality rate since their Roe versus Wade because, you're pro-life. You want to murder women in the name of Jesus. Amber Thurman died because she couldn't get her health care in Texas. Adriana Smith was on a ventilator for 4 months, brain dead from complications because you're so pro-life. So how many of you pro-life Christians went out to help Adriana Smith? I'm just curious. None. Her family's probably going to go into medical debt and have to file bankruptcy, probably lose her house, but you don't give a shit because you're pro-life, but turn to Jesus, but it made you feel good. You're the same people that go in front of abortion clinics. Oh, praise Jesus. Oh, I convinced a woman not to have an abortion. Who's going to pay for her house? Her car, her gas, her baby formula, her health insurance. Are you going to go give her a job? Are you going to help her pay for her rent for the next 18 years? No. But the moment that your religion, that you got to control somebody and it made you feel good, you don't give a shit about her, do you? But I'm a Christian because I have a cross. You're not a Christian. You're the same religious Pharisees that murdered Jesus in the name of God. You care about one thing, maintaining the white male patriarchy. That's it. You cannot sit here with what's happening in this country and put your head in the sand and say, yeah, I'm a Christian, but I don't do politics. Jesus would have been a politician. Jesus would have been a socialist, radical left libtard. The dude literally gave people like free food. Literally cured people for free. Talked about compassion and empathy. You know, the guy that you guys mourned over, the racist podcaster that said empathy is weakness. The guy that said the blacks are taking the whites' jobs. You know, dead Americans is worth the cost of the Second Amendment. Oh, asking for the execution of Joe Biden. You know, oh God. Praise Jesus for Charlie Kirk. Praise Jesus. He was such a great man of Jesus Christ. The dude literally said that dead Americans is worth the cost of a Second Amendment. And you people are so stupid and so devoid of morality and Christianity or Jesus or God that you just think he's this great guy. But you won't do anything about gun violence, right? But after he died, what did you do? You went to Starbucks and you cried. Literally cried. Because the barista wouldn't put his name on a coffee mug. And yet, while pregnant women are being dragged in the streets, while two U.S. citizens have been murdered, while priests are being pepperballed from the top of a house for peacefully protesting, you won't say a goddamn thing in public. Take off your cross and shove it up your ass. God has had enough of you people. You have crapped on his name long enough. And I am sick and tired of people in this country that are actual Christians, that care about people, that have empathy. Those people in Minneapolis, I don't care if they're Christians or atheists, but they're a hell of a lot more Christian than you people are. You're nothing more than religious zealots. You're stuck on symbolism, right? Like flags and bald eagles, freedom, 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 because I'm a dumbass. Oh, I got guns because I'm a real man. Yeah, woohoo! Freedom, baby. Have I said freedom lately? Yeah, I'm a dumbass. You want to see my pet bald eagles? I'm an American. Hee-haw! Don't tread on me. But if people are shot in schools, nothing I can do. But don't you dare put a tampon in the boys' bathroom because I'm a Christian. You people are no different than Satan. You both believe in God and neither one of you follow him. You're the reason I do this. And for the people that are listening, don't follow them. They're not Christians. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. God sent Donald Trump here to expose the moral rot within his church. Make America white again. Any church that's going to talk about nationalism and talk about Donald Trump as if he's a deity, leave the church. If people are going to leave God's church because they won't say the name of a racist podcaster, then get out of there. Because you were never there for God to begin with. You were there to hear about the white male patriarchy. I'm not perfect, but I know one thing. The Jesus that I believe in, he would be on the streets of Minneapolis right now. He would be getting pepperballed in his face. That's the kind of Jesus that I believe in. And I don't care if you're an atheist, agnostic, worship a grasshopper. I don't care who you love, who you marry. It's none of my damn business. And for you evangelicals, that's what faith is about. God gave us free will to live our lives the way that we want. And all you people want to do is beat people down and insult them and make death threats. But you sit in church with F Joe Biden and Joe and the whole bumper stickers because, praise Jesus. But you won't even stand up for a woman getting drugged through the street by ICE agents. You just want them here legally. But yet you voted for a man who is an actual convicted felon who has sexually assaulted women and is literally on the manifest over 30,000 times with a child molester. And not a damn thing. But please, Starbucks, don't say the name of Charlie Kirk. That's just a bridge too far. Let me be the white victim of something else. Get God's name out of your mouth. You are not Christians. You're nothing more than modern day Pharisees. Have a good day.